What looks easy peasy lemon squeezy but is actually difficult lemon difficult. Work. I'm a lawyer and had a client call saying she needs a help with a merger. But don't worry, it's super easy peasy lemon squeezy. That project took 6 months and I almost had a breakdown. She didn't understand why the bill was so high since it was so easy. I'm not a lawyer and that doesn't sound easy. If it's so easy, she should have done it herself. Playing the triangle. A lot of my non-musician friends joke about how easy it is to play it. Then they actually hold the damn thing and look stupid. I can still remember my band director. You guys laugh about the triangle players, but you have no idea how hard it is to stay focused while counting 132 bars and not miss your cue. Bro, triangle is metal as duck. Whistling with your fingers. I did it once like 6 years ago and haven't been able to replicate it since. Beeps me off this. Still can't at 41. Dancing. I wouldn't say it looks easy, but when I see people do it, they are so good at it and it flows so well it looks easy. But damn, I just cannot get my body to do anything more than a bop and maybe some stupid arm moves. I'm 25 and dance like a 50-year-old at a reunion. Dancers are so delicate and make it look so easy, it's honestly amazing. It's just hilarious when I try to do literally anything and fail horribly. All smoke and mirrors, friends. As a dance teacher, I can tell you confidently that it feels absolutely silly until you just start to sell it. 90% confidence, 10% squats. Having fun is step number 1. Fake it till you make it. Best thing I ever did was go to some beginner lessons. Swing dancing to start. Honestly, it helps so much and they really break it down. Make sure it's a lesson where everyone is a beginner and they switch partners every couple of minutes. Drawing something from memory, like a bird or something, in mind, yet that's a bird on paper. That's a bird, draws squiggly lines far away in the horizon. Birds, reminds of the bicycle challenge. Go draw a bicycle from memory right now. Just take a pencil and paper or open paint at this very moment and draw with your mouse. Turns out everyone knows what a bicycle looks like, but almost nobody can draw it correctly without looking it up before. Digging. Anytime it's shown in movies or TV it looks easy AF, but the second you have to grab a shovel and break dirt. Bleh, here just let me dig up this 6-foot deep grave with a shovel. 20 minutes later. Welp, all done. Agreed. One of my pet peeves in movies is where they dig a grave, especially in the woods, with a shovel. Those capture things on Google. I can honestly never read them and the website always thinks I'm a robot. Maybe you are a robot. I sweat when I have to select photos with street signs and one overlaps just barely into another square. I consistently fail them. A basic physical exam with the doctor. Looks like a simple look at the throat, listen to the chest, yup they have a heart alright. When in actuality doctors spend thousands of hours practicing it so that when you come in with a murmur or funny looking kid syndrome they can recognize it immediately. And yes, there are entire class sections on how to respectfully ask your patient to turn their head and cough as you push on their balls. They're looking for hernias. And yes, there are entire class sections on how to respectfully ask your patient to turn their head and cough as you push on their balls. I swear this isn't what it looks like. He's helping me study for a test. That's rather reassuring. Natural makeup. More work than regular makeup. TBH, this reminds me of a video I watched of a visual effects artist explaining his job. If no one notices your work on the footage, you've done your job well. It's only when you mess up do people notice. Don't trust beauty YouTubers to tell you the truth. Under that lighting the makeup looks flawless, that's why they go through that much work for it. But for a normal everyday look, natural makeup shouldn't take too long. Easy as pie. Pie is the most difficult thing I've ever done made. Hell yeah. Keeping the dough cold while avoiding overworking it, and somehow perfectly distributing the butter throughout the mixture so that there aren't massive butter chunks. Ugh. It's difficult. I still brag about the lattice apple pie I made senior year of high school. That was my crowning achievement. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content. Street names. Everyone thinks it's great fun and likes to offer suggestions, but every tree, lake, and other natural feature has at least a dozen variations which you can't repeat for emergency service reasons. That and you get cities which want a street name change anytime the road changes direction regardless of a logical breakpoint like an intersection. I legit thought you meant street names like Lilty or Fingers. The small city big town I live in loves to change the name of streets on every intersection. There's main streets, only a few miles long, that have 4+ different names. I have it figured out now, but when I first moved here it was incredibly confusing. Making lemonade. Sure, squeezing one lemon is easy peasy, but do you know how much juice that makes? Not a lot. Fill in the rest with sugar. It's the American way. I've tried to ration lemons with sugar. Always tasted too sour or too sweet and never even close to in between. Flying remote controlled helicopters. It looks so effortless when watching seasoned flyers, but in reality it's like balancing a marble on an upturned bowl. GTA Vice City taught me that RC helicopters are no joke. Hanging out with friends during that I'm not at school but I'm still dependent on my family period, where you have spare time but have no way of getting anywhere. That's me right now. You must have grown up in car-only suburbs. Writing a 250-word open-ended reflection where you're expected to be creative. All I want as a grad student is some goddamn structure and also a rubric. God, reflections are the worst thing in existence. You always think you want a free write until you have one and then you're like, WTF do you want from me? Actually doing things. In theory it's simple. Just do the thing. In reality I procrastinate until I hate myself. Self-discipline is the single hardest skill to master in this world that makes it so easy to just not. Thanks, now I'm putting my phone down and getting off the toilet and in the shower. Edit. I brought my phone in the shower. Maintaining friendships from high school, college after you graduate. People get so busy with work and starting their own families that friendships get put on the back burner. You stop talking to someone for a few months, then it suddenly hits you that you're no longer friends with the person. Reach back out though. Everyone understands, and I've rekindled and kept in touch intermittently with so many amazing people. Yes, we're not best friends who talk every day, but if shocks went down I could give them a call, and vice versa. And when we do get together it's a great time. The mark of a good friendship is one in which you can go a long time without seeing or talking to someone. And the moment you see or talk to them again, it's like you saw them just yesterday. I use a wheelchair and people usually don't believe me when I say that getting around can be difficult, because many of them think that pushing a wheelchair is easy. They literally tell me this. The thing is, when you use a wheelchair all day and it is basically your only means of transportation, it looks more natural. This becomes a problem when I point out accessibility problems. They often don't believe me because they see how I can navigate and assume that it's easy just because I make it look easy. And your arms gotta be ripped by now. I'm in a wheelchair. Can confirm. Finding the person I always saw myself falling in love with. I found her, but I was clearly not hers. For what reason did you believe that would be easy peasy? Folding fitted sheets. I've watched instructional videos that make it look so easy, but I always just end up with a crumpled up mess. And that's how it gets put away. The most common type of ghost is the one in a white sheet with waving arms. These are the spirits of people who died while trying to fold a fitted sheet. The real trick is to only own one sheet, so as soon as it comes out of the wash you immediately put it back on the bed and never need to even attempt folding it. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content. Finding a career you'll want to go to every day that won't crush your soul. Remember when you were young and teachers told you that you could be whatever you wanted to be? Yeah, not so realistic when you want to pay bills and maybe have a little bit of money too. I didn't go to college and struggle with the thought of not being able to have a lateral career move without a degree. But then I see my friends absolutely floundering with their student loan payments and think maybe I don't have it so bad after all. I actually had my dream job, but it didn't pay enough. Now I push carts at Costco. Dream job $10. 50/HR 40 hours weeks Costco $15. 00/HR. Time and a half Sunday with 25-30 hours weeks. Socializing with people. I have severe social anxiety, and even small interactions with strangers, and even some people I've known for a while are really hard for me. I don't hate people or dislike being around them, but I'm just awful at keeping conversations going or initiating them. Outgoing people make it look very easy, for me it is not. Losing weight. Changing habits is hard. People tend to mistake simple things for being easy. Yes, and also the motivation to stick to a diet. I struggle a lot with this. Getting away with murder. Nationwide, the catch rate for murders is only about 50/50. It's way easier if you kill someone you're not close to. Actually, if you go to a large city and kill someone you have no connection to, the odds are you will get away scot-free. For example, the homicide arrest rate in Baltimore and Chicago are about 20%, meaning you have an 80% chance of not getting arrested. Losing my virginity. That's me in the corner, that's me in the fleshlight. Lost mine at 26. Not for lack of trying. There are worse things. I thought I'd be someone hump chump, but in fact it's the opposite. 2 years of having sex with my GF. I orgasmed all of twice with her, and one of those times was mostly by my own hand anyway. That's some depressing shocks. Playing an instrument. Have played most percussion instruments, trumpet, some baritone, and was first chair tuba sousaphone for 4 years, and difficulty varies based on instrument and physical attributes. Being an adult. They never had to do homework, could stay up late, eat what they wanted and had the money. I wish I was a naive kid again. Makes me wonder if parents should be a little more honest about their life. But I guess kids will either see it as one-upping or get stressed, so I dunno. Oh god no. I don't have to do homework, go to bed when I feel like it, and I have the money. If I feel like having pizza, I have pizza. Even with all the responsibilities, I would always choose being an adult over being a kid again. Duck you duvet covers. Duck you hard. Edit. Holla crap. I thought it was just me that had lifelong problems with them. RIP inbox and massive thanks for the gold and silver. I get in the duvet like a mole and grab and pull until everything is layered pancake perfect, then I crawl out. Mayo people talking about suicides and finding love, and there's this. 100% with you though. Duvet covers can duck right off. Being in your 20s. As a clueless kid I thought by now I'd have everything figured out and my life on track. I'm still clueless, but now I also have depression. In my 30s. Still clueless. Just turned 28 last month. I'm single and live at home. I can't stop thinking about when I was 23 and looked down upon people who were 28 and didn't have their shocks together. Shocks hurts, bro. Anytime I come up with a coding idea for how to transform dataset X into pretty visualization Y, oh that will be easy, I'll just put this into an array, do this then do that and we'll be good to go. 6 hours later and I'm still dumping the raw objects to figure out what's going wrong. Every time I come up with an idea and get to the execution part, something like this happens, then I drop it and think about it 6 months later and hate myself even more. I'm convinced that nobody actually enjoys the process of programming. People who think they do are actually just riding the rush of endorphins when it finally works. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content. Golf. I feel like most people think they can just grip it and rip it and don't take into account how hard it is to have a consistently good swing with solid contact. Golf is such a polarizing sport. I've played a few rounds and done terribly, but I have landed a par and birdie, and damn is it one of the most exhilarating feelings ever. I missed the first word as I was skimming and thought you were talking about wanking. Committing suicide. Looks easy, but when the time comes, it can be very hard to commit to it. Then you spiral further down the rabbit hole thinking you're so shocked you can't even kill yourself. True story. Edit. Christ on a bike. Didn't expect such a turnout. I'd like to thank those that gave and all of you sharing bits of yourselves. It's very sad to see so many in the same boat. A little worried it may capsize. Thank you, Reddit. Hang in there. Not like that. Put the rope down. You've been great. Nearly succeeded. Woke up 3 days later in an IQ. That was not a pleasant experience. Can I just say that I'm glad when that doesn't work out for people. And I'm sure the people who care about them are too. You doing okay? killing Enderman for ender pearls. Easy. Stand with your back against a wall in a too high space that is too long. Just stare at him till he gets angry. They shouldn't be able to hit you like that. Just back up against a wall before you hit it. That way when it teleports it can't go behind you. Marriage. I think many people believe that they will be romantically in love with the person they are marrying. In many ways you do, but most with long successful marriages will tell you it takes work to make a marriage last a lifetime. That level of commitment is hard to maintain. The rewards are enormous and you'll never be closer to another human if you're doing it right. My wife and I just celebrated our 40th and we've known each other for more than 45 years. Planning on being together till end. Also, you need to understand people change. You are not the same person at 45 that you were at 25. Why would you expect your partner to be? Accepting those changes can be tough, but you can work through them. Apparently figuring out what the opposite of easy peasy lemon squeezy would be. The correct answer is stressed depressed. Lemon zest thank you. Ira wee towie lemon puffy. Life after university graduation. People always say that they can't wait to graduate, but little did they know it's just gonna be an uphill battle from there. Creating a routine is the easy part, actually following through and maintaining that routine is the problem. My Chinese friend once said, plan, good, stick on plan, hard. Truer words have never been spoken. More grammatically correct words sure, truer never. Doing anything when you have depression. I second this. Seriously, anything. WH have you got to be sad about? Your life is great at. Looking presentable every day. Writing a post or comment on Reddit that gets recognition. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content.